Bleach 1000 Year Blood War did it again. Another masterpiece of an episode. Is anybody surprised at this point? Because I'm not. This latest episode of 1000 Year Blood War was filled to the brim with content. Every scene, every minute, every second of this episode was some action, and it was awesome. It was great. From Jugram confronting Uryu to Gerard arriving on the scene to Askin to my MVP of this episode, Yoruichi. Every scene was action-packed, and it was not simply action-packed, but it was animated to perfection, especially all the Yoruichi scenes. The animators must love Yoruichi. I love Yoruichi too. I can't blame them. She's awesome, a great character, and she's only seen fighting sparingly, so when we see Yoruichi fight, it means something to me. It means so much to me. We don't see this often. This is Yoruichi we're talking about, not Toshiro, so I will gladly take any piece of Yoruichi fight and Yoruichi content that I can get. But I was not simply looking at those Yoruichi scenes at face value. I was looking at them from the perspective of, if this is what Cour 3 looks like, if this is what it's animated like, imagine what Cour 4 is going to look like. The final battle, and Bleach Cour 4 in general might just break the internet, and I hope it does. But wow, this episode set up so many fights that need to be concluded later on. Uryu versus Jugram was the big one, where Jugram reveals, look, I have the almighty. When Yuhabak is asleep, we swap powers. He opens his eyes. He does have the almighty. I'm like, oh, that's why he was so untrustworthy of Uryu throughout the entirety of 1000 Year Blood War. I get it now. And Uryu reveals, look, did you see into the future where I turned traitor? Yeah, you did not surprise me. Nobody is caught off guard. We all knew that you were a traitor. Side note, I also really like that piece of dialogue at the beginning of the episode where Uryu suggests that Jugram has a troubled face after his battle with Mespy. Oh well, I don't know what direction this fight is going to go at the end of the episode. We see that Uryu breaks through a wall and Ichigo is there with him. So is Ichigo going to fight Uryu? Is Uryu going to fight Ichigo? Or are they both going to fight against Jugram? It would be stupid if they did not. Come on, we got the same end goal here. The other fight that was set up this episode was Gerard versus the captains and lieutenant versus everybody, I guess. Gerard at the beginning of the fight, pushover, beat by Byakuya, comes back, and he's turned into like the Colossal Titan. Don't know what his ability is. It seems kind of ridiculous, and it was hinted at that he might be the heart of the Soul King. So how is Gerard going to be stopped? Because from everybody that is on the battlefield right there, I don't see a way that they beat Gerard. Byakuya used a Shikai on the giant Gerard, did nothing. Soifone did nothing. Shinji and Momo were doing a little bit of work. Surprisingly, Shinji did an incantation. Shinji did Hado level 91 somehow. Were we supposed to just gloss over that? Because it happened so quickly. I caught that. Level 91? Shinji, maybe you should become a Hado fighter and stop telling people you're Bankai. Even Momo was holding her own in that fight. It was pretty awesome. It made me wish that we got to see more combination fights in Bleach. Of course, we got this one. We got Toshiro and Rangiku versus Mespy, and we got Hachi and Soifone versus Baragon. Still not enough to take down Gerard, the Miracle. I understand that's his ability. He said Miracle like 12, 13 different times. I get it. I don't understand why he's big. That's what I'm not computing. Why is he a giant? Regardless, I still don't see how anybody that's fighting him can defeat him. I don't see it. Obviously, they're jumping him, so it's probably gonna have to be some combination of people. But the people there right now are not cutting it. Momo is not the answer. Never. Never the answer. I know that Shinji called the visors. They all put their mask on. Shinji with a mask on. This is the first time seeing it since what? The Grimmjow fight? And we know how he treated Grimmjow. Unfortunately, I wish I could forget. But no surprise here. The heart of the Soul King looking like a massive threat to the Soul Reapers. No surprise at all. We already saw how difficult it was to take down the left arm of the Soul King. Imagine the heart. But the other fight that we still need to know the end to is the one that I already talked about, Askin, Yoruichi, and also Yoruichi's brother for some reason who got involved to protect his sister. I don't know. It's very hard for me to care about this character, honestly. I don't know what other Bleach fans think about it, but in my opinion, I really don't care about that. I do not care about Yoruichi's brother. He could die right now. He might be dead. I really hope that they did not introduce him just to kill him off. I feel like that would be cheap. Honestly, and I say this with no offense intended, I don't understand what purpose he serves. It's not like I don't like the kid. I'm just confused as to why he exists. But anyways, he gets involved in the Yoruichi fight, gives Askin some immunity. He was beating Askin's ass for a little bit, but I don't care, brother. I don't care. But Askin puts 3 arrows to Yoruichi's brother's back, develops immunity to their technique. So now I'm wondering, okay, so Yoruichi, that was an awesome technique. That was a great move, and it was wonderfully animated. But If he developed immunity, what are you gonna do now? I guess we'll find out in Cour 4. Not we, me. Some of y'all have read the manga. Me and the other anime onlys. We'll find out in Cour 4. The manga readers, I'm pretty sure they already know what peak lies ahead. But then again, maybe not. I heard Cour 4 is gonna have a lot of anime original content. You know, I myself have a list of things that I want to see from the anime exclusive content. So maybe I can get in contact with Kubo and give him some of my ideas. But yeah, that's pretty much what episode 39, 1,000 Year Blood War was. A lot of great fights, a lot of great animation, a lot of action, but really just a lot of setup to what we're gonna see in Cour 4, because none of the fights that were started in this episode were resolved in this episode, so we'll see how they pan out. Episode 40 of 1,000 Year Blood War is pretty much the exact same deal. Very short and sweet episode, but the main focal point of the episode is Uryu, Ichigo, and talking about their goals. Uryu pretty much confesses, says Ichigo, like, I'm gonna kill Yhwach, I'm the only one that can do it. I don't know what he means when he says that he is the only one that can kill Yhwach. As always, we will find out. I don't even have an inkling of a prediction as to what that could mean. Maybe something related to his shrift, or maybe it's something related to his pride. Look, I'm the last surviving Quincy, quote unquote, therefore I have to be the one to kill Yhwach. I'm the only one that can do this, yada yada yada. And we, the audience, find out more about what was written in Uryu's grandfather's diary. It was not Yhwach propaganda. And we also see Uryu in the Haschwalth. But regarding Uryu turning traitor, Jugram foresaw this, Yhwach foresaw this, of course. Anybody with the Almighty foresaw, I foresaw this happen. That's what they all say. But that's how the episode ends off, on a little cliffhanger with Jugram versus Uryu as Ichigo runs off to go kill Yhwach. So what is Uryu going to do against Jugram? Because we saw what Mespy did and it was nothing. He got washed, unfortunately. It hurt my soul. So the original Jugram power showcase in the Mespy episode, he already looked strong enough to begin with. Now you gotta give him the Almighty, and Uryu has to deal with him by himself. Cour 4, I'm so hyped. They gave little hints of the Almighty not being perfect, but I'll find out how they exploit the weaknesses of the Almighty when Cour 4 is finally here. And that wasn't everything that happened in this episode, because we also had some pretty cool moments. Number one, Ichigo and Uryu's dad are now up here in the royal palace. So what role are they going to play? That's what has me questioning everything. What role can they play? There's still some characters that I have yet to see do anything meaningful in 1,000 Year Blood War, so I'm questioning what their purpose is. Not in the same way as Yoruichi's brother, where I'm like, oh, this should have never been born, but in the sense of like Ichigo's dad. What is he gonna do? Is he gonna get a hit on Yhwach? Are they gonna be the ones to stop Yhwach? They're gonna be a key role some way, somehow. And so are Ginjo and Tsukishima. I thought that they would be some little league characters in the grand scheme of the 1,000 Year Blood War, but if they were teased at in Cour 1 and we haven't seen them do anything since, 0 screen time in Cour 2, 0 screen time in Cour 3, so they're going to get screen time in Cour 4 one way or another, and we're in the end game. These are the final bosses. What are they going to do? Same thing with Toshiro. Very little screen time in Cour 3, and Toshiro not getting a lot of screen time. That is cause for concern. So what role is he going to play in Cour 4? So on and so forth. Aizen is another big question, because in episode 40 we saw Aizen. He's still down there in the Soul Society. Why is he not up there in the Royal Palace? I would have thought he was up there. And episode 4, one of the coolest scenes for absolutely no reason. Kira, I thought Kira got eviscerated. No. Well, he did. Yeah, he did. Yes. Kira steps in, kills a little Baru clone or something like that. Is little Baru still alive? Are we still dealing with this guy? Cuts to the moon shining through the hole on the right side of Kira's body. Why did they give him such a cool moment? I know the manga panel for that must have been amazing. I know it must have looked amazing. All of this is stuff that we have to factor in heading into Cour 4, and it's all going to be resolved in what, a matter of 13 episodes? Don't know what Kubo is cooking. I don't know how all of my questions are going to be answered in such short amount of time. 13 episodes does not sound like a lot. I can't believe that Bleach is about to end. It's almost surreal looking at Bleach now, looking at 1,000 Year Blood War, the animation, everything, the art style, and then looking back at the Soul Society arc and the Substitute Shinigami arc and being like, this is that same anime. And that's hard for me to fathom. I started Bleach not too long ago. Imagine the people that have been watching Bleach since the very beginning, since episode 1. Congratulations to everybody that has stuck with Bleach throughout the years. Congratulations to everybody that's starting Bleach now. We need to take a moment of appreciation and realize we're all in this ride. It's about to come to an end, but we're in this and we're hyped for Cour 4. I want to call this anime of the year. It's a little unfair because I haven't seen every anime that came out this year, but to be able to compete with Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War, no, you gotta be one hell of an anime. But I love all Bleach fans. Y'all made me, and we're in this bandwagon together. Come Cour 4, we will be there. Thank you guys for watching. Means the world to me. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, y'all.